Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program,
Tagal din tayo hindi nagkasamang apat.
Sisters Forever.
Open Sesame.
A most loved sisterhood in Philippine showbiz, reunited at last. From the enchanting world of diwatas to the magical world of witches. Be mystified with their powers, characters, and love for family. Iza Calzado and Karylle join us live. And later, an extraordinary encounter with a killer whale. That's for today's In Focus. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. Filipinos first loved them on television when they portrayed the roles of their sisters protecting four elements of the earth in a mythical kingdom. Now, after more than a decade, on and off-cam sisters are reunited this time in a movie that will leave viewers mystified. In the film, they will still be protectors of the earth against evil. How does it feel to be working together again? And what's the secret to their long-lasting friendship and sisterhood? Let's go straight to the sources of the story. We have Iza Calzado and Karylle. Karylle and Iza, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Pinky.
Good to see you again.
Good morning, yeah.
So,
sabihin ko sana, finally.
finally, di ba? Yes. Ang last ata na magkasama kayo sa wedding ni Isa.
Yes.
That mean that you were all totally reunited.
Always together, yeah.
I mean that in public, that you celebrated something so special.
That was
Isa's wedding.
That was a big moment in Isa's life, and
Yes.
all the moments leading up to it, it was so special, especially because we were also shooting the movie.
this
So we've been
before
constantly
that.
together, like right before, no?
Right before. December 9 was our last shoot.
And then, so shooting, preparing for the wedding.
And then she had like a Bali shindig with a girl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, congratulations to Iza. It's been, it was all over Instagram and, of course, online. Her wedding was beautiful at Club
Thank you.
Paradise, di ba?
And made the marriage be even more beautiful.
Yes.
Yun lang ang lagi kong
Yes.
I accept. So now, we pray for the marriage.
Yung post ang kailangan, hindi naman yung yun na yung moving forward. But here,
Thank you.
let's go back a bit to Encantadia, and over a decade later,
Yes.
magsasama-sama kayo. I just want to find out, paano to nabuo? And did you think this was coming? This was something you were longing for? Karylle?
For me, I'm very big on reunion things. I love watching TV. I love watching mga series in America. So whenever they do a little reunion, I'm all for that. So I was always kind of hoping for our little reunion, which seemed impossible because we were in different networks. And I don't know, we were feeling
our
helpless in the beginning, like waiting, that bad idea. Now you're waiting for the project, kind of like waiting for Prince Charming. So finally, we decided.
Gusto kayong
No,
That's her power,
that was
by
a
the way.
wrong notion. We can do it ourselves. So let's get together and work. So that's what we did.
Okay.
Definitely.
And nabuo ito.
Yes. Well, as Karylle was saying, so we've been wanting to do the project. And then finally we said, okay, if there's no Encantadia reunion movie, because it was only in a movie form that we could actually get together. So if no one's going to produce that, so let's just produce something ourselves. And so our director in Encantadia, Mark Reyes, is still our good friend. It's one of the reasons also why we came together.
We had a party at his
We had a
house.
party at his house, and we realized that we still really had a very strong fan base. Because every time we posted, people would go like, wow, OG Sangre, like all these things, oh my God, I'm living my childhood. Like these were the comments.
Because the kids are now online, and they would watch Encantadia on iFlix because it was online, and they were just watching it all over again.
And but some grew up watching it.
Yes.
So
Pretending to be us.
So we said, okay, let's do this. And then Direk Mark had a concept, and we said, okay, let's do this. And he said, I'm going to pitch it to iFlix. And then Karylle and I said, okay, we're iFlix ambassadors.
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
yeah.
And then we said, okay, so but we want to produce, andito na tayo eh. So let's put up a company.
Yeah.
So mabilis na we put up a company. And
So you actually produced this?
yes, we line produced it.
produced.
The two of you? Or the
all of
four
us.
of you?
Five of us. The
Direct
four
Mark. And
girls
direct.
and direct Mark.
Kayong lima. I see. So you're not just acting, being part of this movie, but you're also line producing the movie.
Yeah. After years of waiting, we figured,
So,
what else could we be?
Put it in my own hands.
Yes,
Right, yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Because as we're also promoting, it's all about women empowerment.
Yeah.
And so you take power into your own hands and
Sabi mo nga,
in
let's
this
do it.
case, let's do this and use it for
Yeah.
the greater good.
But the storyline, saan galing yung storyline?
It's
Concept
direct
ni Direct
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a story. But of course, we wanted a bit of magic because
course.
that was always the best part of working together. We do action, but there's always magic.
Yeah.
That's the magic.
Yeah. So let's look at the roles. I want to look at the roles of all four. I'm going to start, of course, let's start with Iza.
Wow.
Iza is actually, and I'm interested to find out why. She is Adela, right?
Why?
Adela is the mind bender. She has the power, telekinesis, okay,
Yeah.
which allows her to create force blast during battle. She can also read and influence minds, so kayo masyado tumingin sa kanya. And she can fly short distances.
Short lang, sad.
Bakit ganon?
Hindi
How
ko
did
din
you...
alam yung short distances. Pwede naman ginawang long.
Long.
Kaya lang kasi sa eksena, short lang yung distance.
Oo.
Baka kaya.
Kaya siguro, hindi
Sad
para
ako dun sa
mas
short
realistic.
distance.
Bakit
Kasi
ikaw
daw pag
to?
iba ng character yung long distance.
Bakit ikaw to? Why the mind bender? Was there...
Actually, I don't know why they assigned that role to me. But I'm the hopeless romantic. So that kind of works. Mahilig sa boys. And there's truth to that. I guess we wanted kasi, sabi ko kasi kay Direct Mark, sabi ko, I want my character to have concern over, kasi I'm a teacher, over her students. I want something with a women empowerment slant. So there's actually, something happens to one of my students na ipapaglaban ko at doon ako magagalit. So,
Because you're not supposed to use your powers, right?
yeah, I'm not.
Diba?
So that's
Yeah.
why
All of you.
that's part of the story that we actually use it and something happens.
Because you used it ata, nabuko kayo. Parang ganun ba yun?
Parang na-unleash yung evil.
Yeah.
Because your powers were revealed.
Yes.
So the evil came out.
Yes, and which was their intention. They were really trying to make us use their powers.
So they
mean
were
our
egging you
powers.
to use your power so
Correct.
that they can come into the picture para umiksena si Sunshine.
Yes.
Cruz.
Cruz.
Kasi dalawa yung sunshine.
Yung masama si Sunshine Cruz. Okay, so let's go to Helena? Si Helena. Okay, Helena, tell us more about what is a chronomancer?
So there's this little thing that I designed. So I just do this and then
Yeah, that's why she's
nawawala ka.
disappeared.
Yeah, I saw that.
I time travel. I time travel, or I can move in different spaces, things like that. So it's perfect. If you ask me talaga what superpower I want, it's
Is it
really
that?
this. Yeah. Walang traffic. Diba? You could go to all the countries, visit different
Saka pwede mong
timelines.
balikan yung nakaraan mo. Can you
Parang
imagine
ayoko
that?
na. Parang it's a good idea, but then sometimes, baka mamaya you mess up things, baka...
Yeah.
Hindi, manonood ka lang dun sa
Manonood
nakaraan
ka lang.
mo. Tapos pagtatawanan mo lang yung sarili mo.
Kuha kang
When you can
popcorn.
finally laugh at it, then
Yeah.
you know you're over it, things
Yeah.
like that. Pero yung traveling, that's why she's a vlogger as well. So she's just traveling and constantly going everywhere.
But you have to do that, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, that's why when she was doing that earlier, she was like, no, we take it. Sabi ko, Anna?
Andiyan ka ba? Baka mawala ka. Be careful. Baka kung saan.
That's really your superpower that you would like.
Yeah. But
Ako healing talaga, which is sunshine superpower.
Okay, let's go to... Aha! Ayan na, Althea.
Inintro ko na si Sai.
Thea.
She is...
She's a
Doctor.
doctor.
Okay, and the healer and the alchemist. And is it the Maiga? Is it called a Maiga? Sabi, the Maiga is the healer. Ayan eh. So, she can she can concoct healing and protective spells, plus force fields and other mystical shields. She also has the ability to unleash energy power blasts. So,
Yes.
yan ang, this is that is Sunshine, and then let's go
Dizon.
to you. Mamaya si Cruz, oo. Let's go to Catalina.
Yes.
Ayan, yeah. What is the... Kayo na nga yan?
Ayan, born with the power to control the
Ano
elements.
ba naman kasi atmok?
Ang galing nga eh.
Yes.
Who thought of those?
What's that?
No, those are
Trademark?
really terms.
Real terms that they use.
I see.
But of course, we're more familiar with the mindbender or
Yeah,
alchemist. Yeah.
Okay, the mindbender, the healer, the chronomancer, and the atmokineser.
Basically, she controls the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I see.
The elements.
The elements.
Does
yeah.
that mean that all four of you have obviously different kinds of powers, but is there someone that is more powerful than the other? Sa
That's
inyong
actually
apat?
tackled in the story as well. Like, if someone wanted more power.
Oh, but among the four of us,
Among the
I
four of
think
you.
equal. We have to work together.
Yeah, so you complement each other.
Yes, correct.
Let's watch a trailer of the movie.
Tagal din tayo hindi nagkasamang apat. Open Sesame.
Kayo at siguraduhin sa tama lamang magamit ang kapangyarihang taglay ninyo.
Together we will conquer the world and wipe out the non-magic folk.
We're gonna have to cut it there because the end part is not something we can show on air.
I'm sorry.
Isa kasi, may sinabi.
baba.
Oo, ikaw yun.
Di ko
Remember?
idea. Direct Marta, good morning.
Well, online, you can say and do
Yes,
anything.
Absolutely. You can watch it on YouTube. If you want to find out what she said, go watch the trailer first or watch it. Well, you're going to watch the movie. That's in March. We'll be taking a short break. This is the Source on CNN Philippines. Still to come. We get to know the challenges in making the film. Where was it also filmed? How difficult were the action scenes in Mystified? Iza Calzado and Karylle will still be with us after the break. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guests today, Iza Calzado and Karylle. What were the biggest challenges doing the film? Ano yung pinakamahirap na part?
Where do we...
Alam mo,
where do we
I always, ang dami ko talagang tanong kasi I always wanted to find out yung mga artista. Ano ba yung pinakamahirap na part?
Alam mo, bilang artista,
dali.
light. Let's start with something light.
Oh, sige.
They're
Light.
always laughing and making kwento. So sometimes it's just like too much noise.
Kasi yung ingay ninyo nga.
And you get
Dalawa
excited
pa
to
lang
be
kami,
together.
Imagine, apat kami. Actually, Diana's not very maingay. But Sunshine, Karylle, and I were...
Yung tatlo.
Yeah.
Sino pinakamaingay?
Sometimes we
Sino
can't stop
pinakamadaldal sa
laughing.
inyong tatlo?
No, I think it's when it's a collective problem.
Parang
situation.
Because Sunshine also doesn't stop talking. I don't stop talking.
And when the giggles start, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Like the director, Direct Mark, he usually like gets mad if
Tama
siyempre,
na.
anong oras na. And then, pag madaling araw kasi, ginigising mo yung sarili mo, everything's
Yeah.
so funny. Like, hilarious. So,
Like, what
like
what
you get
would make you
giggier.
laugh? What
little
things.
things. Everything
Why,
is
is it
funny.
because you're real friends? Ganun ba yun?
Siguro,
Or-
yun na rin. But even during Encantadia, but we became like that towards the end of Encantadia.
yeah.
So I guess because of the bond then.
Yeah.
And we get giddy.
And when you're sleepy, you're like,
Oo. Pampagising mo na din yun. Parang kape na din yung tawa.
What are your shooting hours? Aabot ba yan ng hanggang alas 5 ng umaga?
Ayoko
Ano ba
nang
yan?
balikan.
Ayaw mo?
For me,
Ayoko
for
na.
example, the hardest was that most of my fight scenes came like last in the day.
Why?
I don't know, they loved me that much. So,
Baka ikaw yung least na magko-complain.
I know, baka nga.
Kasi no, but you also have showtime, right?
Yeah,
So,
the next
paano
day.
yun?
I don't know.
Kinaya
Kapit lang.
naman.
Yeah.
Kapit lang.
Well, ako, ang masasabi, kaya ayokong balikan, I was doing a soap when we were doing
Oh,
this.
ikaw din.
I was taping 4 days for the soap, and then sometimes once a week for this. There were 2 times that I had to go set to set and just showered sa set ng soap.
How does one do that? I mean, are you such professionals that you can actually move from one character to another.
No, I just
Especially
think we
for you.
need so much money.
Desperate times call for
There were so many
desperate
times like,
measures.
pera. I'm kidding. No, at that time, 'cause that was during the wedding prep also. I think
And
what
that was
was
crazy
just
for you.
what was just going through my head was like, pinasok to. you know,
Panindigan mo.
Paninindigan ko to. Like,
it's a commitment,
it's a
yeah.
commitment. There's no turning back.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, to be honest, when last year I said, I don't think I can do this because I might die. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm older, I can't do segues anymore. But you know, the
From
three
set to
girls,
set, yeah.
the three girls were free. Like, if I don't do it,
Nakakahiya.
nakakahiya. Diba? So parang it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I have a wedding. Buy workout hours. Like, buy life.
Eh kung mag-workout pa naman si Isa, sometimes twice a day, di ba?
Yeah,
Ang
but
hilig pa
that's
mag-workout.
real.
But so, the
struggle.
challenges in the action part, like, what are the nice parts to make kwento about doing the action films? Ano yung pinakamahihirap?
For me,
Karylle.
Gusto ko yung ganun mo. That
there are
for
a
me
lot
is
of things that I never would have done in Cantadia at times. But because of Showtime, I actually thanked Ann Curtis a lot because of all the things we do for
Yeah.
Showtime. We're, magpasikat, we usually fly
Yeah.
or
Lumalambitin.
Pagalingan
So-
kasi kayo dun eh.
Yes, so I said thank you, Ann Curtis, for the training. Because now, when you ask me to do something for the action scenes, I'll just ask, where do I step? Do I put my legs here?
She's
Ganyan.
more fearless.
Yeah, so...
Why? Takutin ka before?
Before, no, I had a lot of limitations that I set for myself. I have
Scolio.
scoliosis, so I have a back condition. So I can't do this, I can't do that.
Really? But you were already, for me, very good during
But
Encantadia.
I set so many limitations for myself because I didn't want to exert too much effort
And
or
injure
myself.
But
Absolutely.
that's also a smart thing to do.
Oo. You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Dapat din may limitation. Kasi were there no limitations for you?
Now, more things that I could do.
Okay.
So I think that was fun for me.
How about you, Isa? Pinakamahirap yung open sesame.
Sobra. I mean, pawis ako nun.
Pero ang ganda ng pagkasabi mo, ano?
Ganda. People were saying, bakit open sesame? Actually, I didn't even need to say anything because I'm telekinesis, diba? So parang, gaganon lang ako, bubukas siya. So I was making fun of it, obviously. But for me, because I had that schedule, they actually limited my fight scenes, which I hated because I do like moving. And what I realized, our first day on set, when I was doing the fight scene, I was like, I miss this.
Yeah,
like,
super.
I love this. Because it was actually a workout while working.
Yeah.
So I was,
Nag-workout ka na.
yeah, but I loved it that I could move. And the difference naman between myself now and like Encantadia time is that I'm in more control, I guess, of my body. There's more muscle
Yeah.
memory. Because from
Because you
that
work out
time, I
more
work
now.
out
Yeah.
more now.
Yeah.
But there's also more back pain.
There's the age factor
There's
that
like,
comes in.
sandali, Lord.
Stretching.
Stretching. Tsaka yung, teka, hinay, guys. Sandali, let's
So,
warm it
did
up.
you guys have like a therapist or, somebody who will stretch you prior to? Because that is important, especially at a certain age.
Well,
We
Diba?
just did a lot of training.
So sabihin, economically in the Philippines, these things do not exist on set. So you go before or after.
Okay, pag tinuruan kayo ng action scene, na-injure ba kayo at any point?
No naman.
Wala?
We
Okay.
were doing...
Not
for
during
me,
this
I was
project.
doing more stretching. I had my yoga mat with me on
Very
set.
good.
Diba?
And do you really do yoga?
Yes.
So that's
And
perfect.
Pilates.
Also,
I do both.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
same.
good. Who is the sino bang pinaka-ma-action sa inyong apat talaga?
In real life?
Action.
Action? Sorry, you invited me. This is what you get.
Hindi, ibig ko
Good
sabihin
morning.
yun talagang mahilig sa mga stunts. Sa set, ha?
Well, I don't know. Because
For this movie, yeah, I think...
sila ni Diana.
Yeah, it was us. Yeah, me and Diana. We have
For
a
this
lot of
movie.
the scenes.
Okay.
Si Sunshine kasi nasa salon pas. Pero you know what? Sunshine did well.
Yeah, she did.
She did well. Like,
Importante yun.
cause parang, actually, to be honest, Sunshine hurt herself when we were doing Encantadia. Our very last day, she had a harness thing and it has injured her back. So, like kung sinasabi, like, shine, alalay lang tayo. Because
Yeah.
she really does have a back and neck condition.
But thankfully now, we are using new harness, new technology. Nag-level up naman. Everything.
Siyempre, 10 years later, I mean, a decade later, you must level up. But it's super exciting for the four of you because
Yes.
you're real friends. You were together 10 years ago. It was a hit. And you come back now. Meron bang fear na yung kind of acceptance
Now,
of the
this
movie
generation.
now? Yeah.
She was just saying earlier.
What was I saying?
Mayan.
Basta ako kasi, I feel that people are missing us, and that's actually what fueled the passion.
Yeah.
I mean, the passion is always there, but because they're always tweeting us, and we are in touch with everyone because we're always online.
Yes. And speaking of online, this is going to be on the digital
space,
platform. So it's a great space to be in, like to show content also now. You're not selling tickets. For me, people just watch it at their own convenience, and that to me is great.
So how do you measure the success of that?
Hello, iFlix.
The hours that they view.
Bebe?
The ads, the ad revenues that they get.
And the number of
The number of viewers
viewers,
also,
yeah.
of course. Well, just like social media, ganun talaga
Pretty
yon.
much.
So that transforming from movie to the digital age, how has that evolved from Encantadia to now?
Well, we never did a movie.
Because it was a
It was always
teleserye.
teleserye.
Well, we did like a guesting.
In Mulawin, the movie, but it wasn't our movie.
That's why it was kind of like that unfinished
business.
project, but that's why you
Yeah.
kind of.
You gotta
It's the
finish
kind of
it.
thing that when you wake up sometimes, you're like, hindi ka pa natapos
Over ka
yun
pa.
na.
Yeah.
Oh, yung parang di natin nagawa.
Hindi na fulfill yung mission.
Gusto talaga naman, like, looking back, like, why didn't we have a movie? Parang
Okay,
ganun.
so let me ask you this. How happy are you about this movie?
I'm very happy. It's very fulfilling to work on something that's a bit of a challenge, and then it's a new space too, which makes everything exciting. I mean, when iFlix presented to us years ago about what the app was going to be about, some people backed out because it was like, what's that? And how will people in a third world country watch things on their cell phone? Not everyone has a cell phone. This was back then.
Or like, there's no data for that.
Yeah.
Parang these were the problems.
Back
And-
then, and now
Absolutely.
we're here, and everyone has a phone, and everyone's watching on their
At
phone.
we're
buti
going
nauna kayo.
digital.
Yeah. Digital is the way to go. So maybe you invite them. I know this will be showing in March.
Yes.
Correct.
So you might want to invite them. Iza and Karylle?
Okay. Do you want to go ahead?
We're very, very excited, and we're very happy that we are inviting you all to watch our movie Mystified. It's going to be on iFlix, so download your app, and it will be there for free.
Exactly. You heard that right. Free. So this will be in March, which is perfect in time for Women's Month. And this is a women-led project. So, of course, except for our director. Hi, Direk Mark again. Speaking of Women's Month,
She Talks.
I would like to invite you. March 16, we have She Talks Asia Summit. We are enough. Check out our page at She Talks Asia.
When is this, She Talks?
March 16.
March 16. How many years na, Isa?
This is the third summit. Yeah.
Right, and I love it when people have actually, I mean, this has brought about so much positivity
Yes.
Among women, especially si Isa, no, when they talk about this and then they say that, you know, I accept my flaws,
Yes,
my insecurities,
exactly.
my body. Yeah, it's time really to love yourself, di ba?
It is. And part of loving yourself is also loving the people around you and being on set together. Actually, feeling ko mas tumibay yung friendship namin at pagmamahalan namin because of this project.
Congratulations. I'll be watching. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
all.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you to Iza and Karylle. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Coming up, a scientist got a killer surprise while filming a whale. That's for today's In Focus.